Stop me if you've heard this before, but a new CS2 update could be coming out very, very soon. Obviously, CS2 has been out for almost a year now, and for an entire year, we've been hearing about some big, crazy, new, awesome CS2 update or operation or whatever being right around the corner, and it's never came. But in this video today, I'm going to be talking about some of the reasons and signs that are pointing to why we could hopefully be getting something new very soon, and even talk about some hints or clues as to when specifically this update could be coming out, and when the best times or best potential times to be looking out for a potential update could be. I am Germ, a CS2 investor, collector, and cash trader, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about all this potential new CS2 stuff that we could be getting hopefully very, very soon. Hopefully just sooner rather than later, because I, like many other people in the community, are done waiting. But first, I just want to mention my cash trading business. If you're looking to sell any of your CS2 items, turn them into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. We're buying pretty much anything and everything for the right price. You can see here we've been buying some stickers, some capsules, some guns, some cases, some agents, whatever, all kinds of different stuff recently. And of course, by selling to me, you're helping support me, my channel, and my content, which I would appreciate a ton. With that being said, let's get right into today's video. So some of the new stuff we got just today, I know I made this video a couple days ago, but we've gotten some new things coming out since then. We've also gotten some different things or different reasons to believe when this update could be coming out. So Valve did some changes to the CS2 website. How are copium levels for a big update tonight? And here is two files from Steam DB Tracker. We got the Counterstrike.net, the website. We have some CL stamp stuff changing. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what this stuff means. I don't know how to interpret this. I don't know how to read any of this. I don't know how to make sense of any of it. Whatever. It's above my head. I don't know. I know very little about coding, but this means absolutely nothing to me. But it does mean they're doing something. They're doing some changes. And why are they working on the CS2 website right now? Why are they changing some things, especially minor things, insignificant things? Some people are speculating because you're getting ready for something bigger. Obviously, CS in all things have a history and kind of a pattern of this, little small changes that hopefully are leading towards the big change, preparing things, making everything's right for when you do drop something big, exciting, game-changing, whatever, because if all the little things aren't in place, then when your big, crazy, exciting update comes out, it's not even going to be able to go off without a hitch because you're not even going to be set up or prepared or whatever. We also had Thor CS2 saying, just in, CS2's official website CSS file was updated with only one line of code, pointer events none, which disables interaction with an element. Update tonight. Now, again, just because we got some changes or some different things to the website, or again, pointer events, I don't know what that means, but just because we got some changes to the website, it doesn't mean we're getting an update tonight, and I don't believe that means we're getting an update tonight. I just think it means we could be getting something relatively soon. I think it means they could be preparing. Now, they could need to make multiple of these small little preparations or small little, changes or fixing things or debugging stuff or whatever. Again, this doesn't mean we're getting it today or this week or tonight or this month or whatever, but I do think it means some things are hopefully lining up and pointing in that direction. So that's kind of interesting. And then also we got this from Aqua's Missing, where he actually goes a little bit more in depth and describes what we're actually looking at and some of the changes that are actually being made. So I'll let him talk from this clip and see what he says.
Change in the Counter-Strike website right here on the GitHub. And the only change is that they added a new parameter for their CSS, which fixes the links in the big posts that they make. After 2 months of them not working, right here, if I untoggle this, the links don't work because this container is above the fucking text. So they made this so you can click the text, which means someone hit a coin flip, which means that potentially we might get some blog that has a link at the top line. And if we crank our cope to 300%, maybe it's like we're proud to announce the first CS2 operation. You can learn more about it here. And it's like click here and it's a link. 200 IQ, waiting for the operation on twitch.tv/aqua.
So obviously at the end, he gets a little bit tinfoil hat and gets a little bit weird and speculative and stuff, but I actually do think that there is some sense to be made from this. This is actually what I thought was the most interesting. So he is saying what they did was they edited the links in their big blog post to be clickable. In the past, they were not clickable because the header was actually covering up the clickable links. So now the links at the top of blog posts are clickable. And you might think that that's not that big of a deal or it doesn't really matter or whatever. And maybe you're correct, but it also could mean that they have a big blog post coming out soon, which which is going to have a clickable link at the top. And again, that blog post, it could be saying, hey, here's a new operation, here's the details, or it could just be another new blog post and update, which again, we know we've been getting one of these big blog posts ever since February of 2024. You can see we've had at least one big blog post per month. In February, we had the Call to Arms update. In March, we had Copenhagen. In April, we had On the Other Hand, and we had Fire Sale, then we had the Real MVP, then we had Open Season, then we had Sidestepping Skill. Some of these are bigger than others, some of these are more impactful than others, some of these are just better than others, but we have had one every single month, and we still haven't gotten the one for September. Now you can see here, July 16th, August 19th, today is already September 20th when I'm recording this, and we still haven't got the one for September. So there almost certainly is going to be some kind of blog post for September. How big or how groundbreaking or whatever that blog post or update or whatever is going to be is left up to debate. But again, just based off what they're doing, it does seem like they're going to be having some clickable link, some big thing at the top of this blog post that could be linking us to something big or meaningful or whatever. And I know Aqua, like I said, he gets a little speculative at the end, but it could be preparing their next blog post. Now, in terms of when a new, big, meaningful, impactful update, whether it's going to be an operation or anything else, could come out, I wanted to look at some other stuff because I thought this was a little bit interesting. Operation Riptide came out in September 22nd of 2021, which was about a month before the start of the Stockholm 2021 major, because I know there's been a lot of speculation and arguments from people of whether or not they would release a big update before a major, after a major, during a major, or whatever. And we can see here that in the past, the most recent operation we got was, again, right around a month before the Stockholm major. So they're not against releasing some big content right before a major. In a lot of ways, it is kind of a good idea. If you put out some new content, then you have the major that brings a lot of eyeballs to CS and, going to get 1 million views or whatever is going to be this big thing. Then when people actually go to Counter-Strike, there's actually new content already ready for them there, and they can get funneled into that new content rather than having this big event that gets a bunch of people to play your game, and then the game, sucks and there's no content and they just leave and they never come back. So it does make sense to have something come out before. And then even most previously, when we got the Call to Arms update, again, this was February 7th of 2024, we then got the Copenhagen major in March 17th of 2024. So again, we had the Call to Arms update, was this big new exciting update, and the major came out about a month later. So two of the more recent really, really big updates and changes, Operation Riptide and the Call to Arms update, two very meaningful updates, have both come about a month before the major that came after them. So that's just kind of something interesting to know. We know that the Shanghai major is going to be starting on November 30th, which would put, late to middle October as a timeline, or at least potential timeline for when we could maybe expect some kind of new operation or another big CS2 update. Now, that doesn't mean that they have to do that, but it means that it's possible, but we could also be getting something in September as well. It doesn't have to be a month before. It could be a month before, 2 months before, whatever, but it does show us that Valve is not afraid or is not opposed to putting out a big update or even an operation right before a major, and even leading into a major and continuing it on during a major, which I think was kind of interesting. Also, we are kind of due for some kind of meaningful or big update because, like SkinSwap says here, they think it's time for a new CS2 update. They maybe think it's even time for them to introduce a new wave of community maps, because 3 months after the Real MVP update, which gave us some of these new maps, all the maps introduced have 10+ minute queues: Assembly, Memento, Mills, and Thera. So hey, the one big update we got was all these new community maps and new maps in CS2 and stuff, but it seems like the community is already a little bored of them, already a little tired of them. People don't really care, and I get it. When there's no new content in the game, they're still cheating, the game still feels a little clunky. Who gives a shit about new maps? It's like, oh, I can play against cheaters on Memento now, or I can play against cheaters on Assembly. That's awesome. Like, no, we need a working anti-cheat. We need some new stuff to do. We need new items. People like, flashy new stuff. And we need new maps in the competitive pool, and we need a premiere that we can actually play. Obviously people aren't, trying to play normal matches on Thera. People want to play premiere, and they want to be able to play against not cheaters, and they want to be able to use new items and the new agents. They want to be able to play the operation and all that stuff. And yeah, that's only going to happen if the game actually works and functions how it's supposed to, and they clean up the cheating problems and all that stuff. We have seen that so far in September, we've lost a little bit of players. We're down about 36,000 players. We're down about 4% on those average players. So hey, it's now is as good of time as ever to release some kind of big new exciting update. Counter-Strike 2 has not tweeted since September 10th. I know leading into big exciting stuff, they usually start to tease it and tweet and they change their profile picture, change their banner, blah blah blah. They haven't had any of that happening just yet. That doesn't mean hopefully we won't be getting something, like I said, sooner rather than later. But I actually do think that them changing the clickable links in the banners of their articles or in the top lines of their articles is actually maybe more meaningful than people are giving credit for. Who knows? Maybe we're just getting way too deep down the rabbit hole. I don't know. Like I said, we've been expecting a big CS2 update for over a year now. And again, we are getting closer and closer to the CS2 1-year anniversary is another big thing. Again, CS2 came out September 27th, 2023. We're 7 days away from that. Maybe something's coming soon. I don't know. Hey, maybe we're just getting a little crazy and desperate at this point. Who knows? Pretty much it was this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.